Chapter 97 Backhand Transaction. As soon as sect leader Wang heard this, his heart could not help but thump like a drum. Yesterday, he and the other elders had received Han Li's message from Li Feiyu that he would come to Setting Sun Summit tomorrow at noon. Some of these people had immediately felt that Han Li was far too dangerous and lost their reason, proposing during the meeting to take action and seize the opportunity to kill Han Li. However, this proposition suffered great opposition from a different group. They recognized that such actions were far too dangerous and that they were likely to suffer great retribution if they failed. Those wanting to take action immediately divulged rumors for quite a while and dreamed up many justifications during the night for the purpose of intense refutation. Actually, all of these people were well aware that the accusation that Han Li was far too dangerous was all but just a pretense. There were some people that were envious of his cultivation technique and had planned to conspire against him in order to reap gains from Dr. Han Li. Perhaps even those who opposed the accusations possessed similar intentions. It was just that they would use milder and more covert methods compared to the people who outright conspired against Han Li. In sect leader Wang's presence, both of these groups quarreled with anger and excitement. From the beginning of each meeting to its quick dispersion, no side had truly convinced the other. Instead, they continued to argue garrulously. Finally, when the surviving martial uncle, the gray-clothed man, saw that the conflict showed no signs of settling down, he coldly said a few words to immediately calm everyone down. Could it be you aren't afraid of his elders coming to find him after he's killed? The gray-clothed man's words were like a bucket of cold water, immediately sobering the elders' feverish minds. That's right. Han Li is so young, but he's already this ferocious. He must definitely have an immortal class elder behind him. Even if we cover up the nature of his death, when his elders come, wouldn't everyone here die a tragic death? When they understood that killing Dr. Han would be equivalent to killing themselves, those who originally advocated an attempt to poison Han Li had completely changed their minds. However, one or two of them were still blinded by greed and persisted, though they now suggested more moderate methods to deal with Han Li instead. Sect leader Wang had just heard Han Li speak some profound words. He felt somewhat guilty, and believed that Han Li possessed great magic power. Because Wang Juchu did not know how Han Li had learned the details of the dispute that occurred the day before, he grew even more cautious. However, Wang Juchu had been a sect leader for many years, so his experience and shrewdness were extraordinary. He quickly broke away from the effect of the Heaven Eyes technique and regained his normal expression. Medicinal God Han Li, why do you say these words? This entire sect couldn't possibly thank your venerable self enough. After Wang Juchu had examined the situation, he decided to explore the meaning behind Han Li's words. Then why did I hear that there were people who wanted to harm me? Han Li stated in a dull tone while laughing grimly. As sect leader Wang heard this, he was initially frightened, but after looking for signs of anger from Han Li, he soon calmed down slightly. Since Han Li did not speak with an angry tone and had come to see him by himself, he may have simply heard a few rumors without knowing specific details. It seemed that Wang Juchu still had some leeway to repair the relationship between Han Li and the Seven Mystery Sect. Medicinal God Han Li might have misunderstood. Yesterday, a few degenerates had indeed appeared in the sect in an attempt to forget favors and violate justice. However, please be relieved. These people have long been captured and are under strict observation. The great majority of the sect are nevertheless grateful towards you, Dr. Han. We absolutely wouldn't take actions that would harm our friends and benefit our enemies. After pondering for a moment, Wang Juchu spoke those words with an awe-inspiring righteousness. Hearing this, Han Li grimly laughed in his heart. Ever since he had revealed his strength and assisted the Seven Mysteries sect through this calamity, he had reminded himself to be careful of the proverbs "the birds are gone, the bow is put away," and to destroy the bridge after crossing the river. He did not believe that the others would have kindness and be thankful towards him, but the hearts of men were truly hard to fathom. He resigned himself to the words that the great men have once said, so long as there were benefits, forgetting favors to violate justice and not recognizing one's family were no less common than drinking water. This was also one of the reasons why he had refused to meet with the conspirators after Han Li had returned to the valley. He had deliberately made these elders cool their heads, otherwise, the torch of greed would completely burn away their reason. Although he had told Li Feiyu to deliver a message that he would meet with the elders, Han Li did not plan to meet them on schedule. Even though his current strength was far greater than that of an ordinary expert from Jianghe, if the elders were to use a few shameful methods, there would be far too many methods capable of killing him. As a result, he intentionally arrived half a day earlier for the sake of his safety, stealthily meeting with sect leader Wang by himself. Just now, he had merely probed Wang Juchu a little. This great sect, leader Wang had revealed all that he originally wished to conceal. It seemed that these 7 mystery sect elders had truly thought over such matters and wanted to act against him. However, this did not matter. Regardless of whether the other party truly wanted to act against him or were just contemplating about it, they would not elicit any anger from him. By the time he finished his business with the number 1 figure in the 7 mysteries sect, he would have already gone far away. Thus, he would no longer have any relations with them. After looking at Wang Juchu for a moment, he mysteriously said, "I won't speak any more nonsense. I won't hide this from you, sect leader Wang. After this meeting between your venerable self and I will depart from this place and travel to a faraway land. It is very likely that I will not return to the Celestial Rainbow Mountains. Before I leave, I wish to make a deal with sect leader that would be beneficial to both parties." A deal? Hearing that Han Li would leave, sect leader Wang was stunned. However, after hearing that he wanted to make a deal with him, he was even more bewildered. What kind of deal can I do for medicinal god Han? He could not help but be somewhat perturbed. When noon arrived, Han Li did not appear at Setting Sun Summit's sect hall at the time he had originally set. Instead, sect leader Wang arrived to the meeting place last, trembling with excitement. The great sect leader Wang proclaimed on the spot that they did not need to wait for Han Li because Han Li had already left the Celestial Rainbow Mountains. He did not know where he went, but he guessed that Han Li had departed the Jing province and even state of Yue. As a result, all their troubles had already faded away. When those who were present heard these words, they all widely opened their eyes and looked at each other in shock. The entire meeting room was absolutely silent. He isn't here anymore? Then haven't our plans turned to bullshit? Why did he leave? These people had helpless thoughts circulating in their heads.